Hi YouTube family, welcome to the another edition of video based on the step-by-step processes on how to come to the United States of America. This is a complete guide. If you missed the first part of this video, please do make sure to actually watch the video because this will be a continuation of what we've actually spoken about or talked about in the previous video. I've given out 5 steps out of the 10 steps, and so today we will actually be considering other 5 steps which you need to take in order for you to be in the United States of America. So thank you. If you're joining for the first time, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Isaac Salami, and this indeed a content being created to help those that are outside the United States of America that aim to come and study as an international student, to be able to help them with the little information we can. We all need this, and so it's just a little way of giving back to the community. So if you are joining us, please kindly stay tuned. Watch this video to the end. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel, like the video, share with your colleagues and friends, share with your family, and of course kindly leave a comment if you have an observation or anything that you know will benefit others in this video. Thank you so much, and so let's jump right in. 6th point here, which we'll be considering in the process of the step-by-step processes for you to be in the United States of America, is that you should plan ahead which admission session you want to follow. All right, so there are various admission sessions. We have what we call the spring, which is majorly for January or February. All right, and we have the summer. Yes, there is a summer class, though there are actually very few schools that take international students for summer classes. But if you also want to come in the summer, which is around April or May, you need to also actually research on the schools that have or admit students during the summer. Then we have the fall. Yes, this is a season which you have most schools admit more people, right? It actually starts around July to August and September, but most schools actually resume in August. All right, so this is the fall admission. So if you want to actually start applying, you need to plan which of these admission sessions. Ideally, you need to start your application at least 9 months before resumption. All right, of course it's norm. If you want to actually start, you may need to start 9 months before the actual admission session you're targeting. All right, but you can also give it a maximum time of 1 year, which is very good. So that means that if I plan to come and study in the United States of America maybe in July next year, all right, which will be the fall, or August next year, which will be the fall of 2024, I need to start my application processes as early as July or August. All right, so that's how early it is for you to start, because the earlier the better. Of course, that means that you'll be able to meet the priority deadline, and not that alone, you'll also be given faster consideration for admission and of course for funding. Who doesn't like funding? We all do like funding. So it's very important that you follow up and plan ahead which of these admission sessions you want to actually meet or follow. All right, so we are currently now at the moment we are in spring. All right, so we also have admission coming up for August, so it's not too late. All right, if you also missed the video, I did a video of schools that are admitting for fall that still have the application open for this February. So if you've missed it, kindly check the video, stick to this channel, subscribe so that I can get the updates. So please plan ahead. All right, if you want to come, you need to actually have proper plan of the time frame, because number one, you're going to be sending so much documents. They're going to be reviewing it from the graduate school level. So at the graduate school, they make sure that all your credentials and requirement that has to do with admissions, they are well met, like your standardized test, your English proficiency test, and so many other requirements that they placed. Then after that, we also will have, they will forward your application to the department you're applying to. Then the department, the chair, and other committee are going to also sit and make decision on who to admit. This takes time, all right? So it's important that you apply. The seventh point, which you may need to consider, very important, is that it's related to the sixth point, which is plan ahead. But this planning ahead, you need to ask yourself question. The planning ahead has to do with having a foresight, all right, of what you will meet in the process of your application. And this time around, when I mean foresight, you need to think ahead about your visa application. It's not when you'll be going for your visa interview that you start thinking, oh, is the course I've actually chosen, is it right for me? Because there are many things that are at stake when you go for your visa interview. Number one, you need to actually ask yourself, this program I want to go for, of what benefit is it to me? Of what benefit is it to my country of origin? And of what benefit will it be to the United States of America? If it happens that you want to stay back, these are questions you will ask. And again, you also need to ask yourself a question. How is it related to my undergraduate program, right? You can't actually do microbiology in your undergraduate and you say you're going for banking and finance. Doesn't correlate. That's the truth. Yes, we must say the truth. All right. So if it does not, the visa officer too will find it weird that you're switching from a field to another. That means you may need to do a whole lot to be able to convince the visa officer. Even if you studied microbiology and you've been maybe working in the banking industry maybe for the past 5 years, and for that reason you feel, oh, I've been in this industry and I've been, of course, been in the bank, I want to actually channel my program in this direction. You need to be very careful, guys. You need to be very careful. The truth is, it's actually your passion and you want to pursue that passion, but they will not see it that way. They will look at it as if you want a way or a route for you to escape, because they are not seeing any correlation. And of course, they have a history. These visa officers are psychologists. They read and they want to connect the dots. So if you're not able to link your story properly, the next conclusion is you just want to escape and you don't want to actually go and study. So you need to actually plan. All right. So if you studied, for instance, microbiology, like I said earlier, you need to get a program that relates to microbiology. All right. Any sciences that relate to that program, and of course apply to that university. Now you actually may look at it, oh, I don't want to go do microbiology. It's been a long time I've actually done this and I'm not interested in following this path. Oh, fine and good. All right, you can do this. You can look for admission for microbiology. Look for admission that relates to your field that you want to continue, which is maybe banking or finance or whatever related in that field. Get admissions to multiple schools. Now, make sure when you are going to the embassy for your visa interview, you go with the admission that relates to your undergraduate program, all right? And table your matter, explain, and then possibly after you arrive, you can decide to switch school to the school that you prefer to go to. Now, at that point, you've achieved the goal of you actually obtaining your visa, all right? So at that time, you can start talking about chasing your dream or your projected goal in terms of your academic study. So this is just a piece of advice. So when I say plan, the 7th point is plan. Do appropriate research about what you want to go and study, and make sure you ask yourself these questions, right? And make sure you also make sure that you ask yourself this question: what important is this program to me? Of what importance will it be to my home country? Because these are the things you need to prove to the visa officer. You are coming to the United States of America on a non-immigrant visa. So you make sure one of the essence of interview is to convince the visa officer that you are going to be returning back to your home country after your study. So you need to connect back to your home country, look at the relevance of what you're coming to study, how it relates, and how it will help develop your home country, proving that you're going to be coming back to your home country. All right. And so if at all your plan is going to change in the future, that's fine. all right, but you must prove that you don't have any immigration intent, and that you actually coming back because you're gonna be granting you a non-immigrant visa. All right, so if you want to get to follow the F1 study visa route, it's a non-immigrant visa and you require to convince the VO. So these are the things you need to do, and of course plan properly before you start applying so that you'll not be caught off guard. I've seen many people that have actually fall victim, all right, not having a proper planning of what the program they are actually going to study related to what they are doing at the moment or their undergraduate study, and at the end of the day it comes back to hurt them. So you wouldn't like to be in that position, guys. That's why we actually have this information for you. I do this video particularly to help you get prepared and make sure you connect the dots during your application period so that it won't be late at the time when you start applying for your visa and preparing for your visa interview. Number 8, what you need to do in order for you to come to the United States of America, the step number 8 you need to take is that you need to start attending webinars. Webinars you actually attend, some people will like, how am I going to be wasting my time attending webinars of schools? It's very important, guys. Very important. Webinars, number 1, it will help you acclimatize yourself with the academic structure of the school. All right, virtual open houses and all these webinars are actually being here to be able to help you understand the school, the academic program, how they actually go about their requirements. And in that webinar, you can even have opportunity to ask if there will be available funding for you. And there you can get clarity and of course understand the institution or the program you want to go and study. And in addition to this, one of the importance of attending webinars or virtual open house for schools is that also there are not all schools, actually, I must be straight and be factual here, not all schools will grant you application fee waiver when you attend their webinar. I've actually attended so many webinars, some webinars, not so many, but some webinars. At the end of the day, I go ahead, I request for the application fee waiver, and they will tell me no, they don't waive application fee. That's how it is. But there are some schools that will tell you attend our virtual open house session, we will be giving out application fee waiver. There are so many schools actually that do that, and some, when you attend, you tell them you attend, it will just like a compensation for your time spent. All right, because some webinars actually take up to maybe 1 hour. Your resources, your time spent, some compensate applicants with that because they also understand the cost of having to apply. All right, so the essence is this: you have to apply to many schools. That's a fact of this school. Yes, there are people that will apply to just one school and they get accepted, and that's their preferred program. They go to the embassy, they get approved, and they are here in the United States of America. But it's not always like that. Even the very much indigent, those that are from the United States of America that have schooled here, when they are leaving their high schools and going to colleges, some of them have applied to as many as 20 schools. So how much more you that you are an international student? So all in essence is for you to spread your tentacles, for you to be able to get options. All right, you actually may get one school, they are giving you maybe 10% tuition waiver, or some will be giving you 50, some will be giving you maybe 80, some actually may give you 100. Okay, so at that time there will be options. You can say, oh, I'm not going to state 80. This place is very cold, I don't think I would like to go to this place. This gives you options, guys. So that's what I'm trying to say. All right, so try as much as possible to apply to many schools, and you know it comes with a cost. It's not free. All right, so you will have some schools that will waive. We'll have some schools that will tell you even apply without even having to pay. But we'll have averagely 80% of schools you will have to pay application fee. So attending virtual open house or virtual sessions will give you the opportunity to be able to get application fee waiver for schools that waive it, and of course lessen the burden of you having to pay for application fee. And you know, we actually understand the tax that come, or the commitment, financial commitment that comes to with having to immigrate. You have so many things you still pay for. You have to pay for service fee, you have to pay for your transcript, you have to pay for evaluation. So there are so many things you're paying for. So having to lessen the burden of not paying for application fee, it goes a long way to help you financially. So don't take this step for granted. So number 8 is try as much as possible, even inquire, do they have virtual open house coming up? Check out for the websites of those schools you're interested in and that have a program. And of course, explore options are available for you to get waiver. And if you're not eventually able to get it, fine. If that's your desired school, you can of course try as much as possible to meet up with the application fee, then apply. And remember, when you pay application fee, it doesn't guarantee you admission at all. It's just for you to put forward your documents and they review. And if they're satisfied and of course they are okay with it, they admit you. But if not, they can still decline or deny admission. All right. So I don't pray that will be your portion, but those are things that happen. So when you didn't pay, if you didn't pay for the application fee, even if you're being denied admission, it won't actually get to you as such. Of course, everyone wants to be admitted. If you're applying to a school, you hope to be admitted. But eventually, once you're losing your money and you're losing your resources and your time, it's very painful. Let's be sincere. All right, that's what I'm trying to say here. So, as much as possible, work towards getting application fee waiver and make sure you. Right, the ninth step you need to take is you need to actually start applying. Apply to as many schools related to what I said in the point 9. And then the ninth point is that you should start applying. Don't procrastinate. Some people actually have procrastinated and they don't even take any step. Eventually, I want to apply to this school. I want to apply to this school. They have so many schools they desire to apply to. At the end of the day, no step taken. And no step taken, no risk taken, no results. All right, it's better to take or apply and get denied, all right, or declined for admission rather than you not applying at all. It shows that you put forward effort and it actually goes a long way. You can never tell. Those places you think, my profile may not fit into this school. Oh, they are looking for this, but you just need to put forward that application. Is what the graduate school sees that they will be able to review. If they don't see your application, how will they review it? And how will you know if you will be admitted to that very institution? So it's important you take step, make sure you apply as early as possible, as I said earlier on, and actually push forward to getting everything settled. We spoke in the first video, I said something about getting recommenders. Make sure you reach out to those that will be recommending you and remind them as early as possible. And of course, there are even programs that do not even need recommendation letter or you getting someone to recommend you. That sounds so amazing, but it's not all. We have so many of them that of course will require that you get people to recommend you. Some will be 2, some will be like 3. Okay, so I think this average 3 at most. Actually, that's what I've seen so far. All right, so as much as possible, try and apply to as many schools as possible. I also did a video of some of the codes with a waiver, but some of them may not last long because for each admission cycle they actually give out new waivers. So if those codes from other video I've done before do not work for you, make sure you do yourself a favor, reach out to this graduate coordinator of such institution requesting that you need an application. Nothing will happen to you. It's just norm. They understand. They are in the system. So don't be shy. They say, why would they think of me? Yeah, there are some of them or some schools that will tell you, they will say, if you cannot pay application fee, how will you pay your tuition? But it doesn't work that way. That's their own thought process anyway, where there might be actually truth, there might be a level of truth in that, but there are actually schools that you don't pay a dime and you get admitted, you get funded. So it's not a must. So it now depends on you. If you want to pay your tuition out of your pocket, of course, yes, you should be able to afford the application fee. But there are people that don't even look forward to paying tuition. They want to get graduate assistantship or scholarship. And I know most of us want to do. Yes. So in that case, what we all look for is to be able to get things done. If you're a scholar on your own, why not explore? Make sure you do the needful, apply, and of course wait for results. Once you start getting your admissions, wonderful, and before you know it, your funding follows. These are tangible steps that are applicable not to one person or two-person. It has actually worked for so many people. So don't leave anything out in this application process. 10th point, not the last but not the least, is the visa application. I'm going to be doing a video specifically on visa application process, and of course I may actually bring somebody on board to be able to tell you more about this very application process. But let me just give you a hint on based on visa application. Visa application is a whole lot on its own because it involves a whole lot. Number one, you need to actually pay your service fee. After you've actually decided and you've gotten admission, you decided that this is the school I want to go to. The next thing is for you to pay your service fee. After payment of your service fee, you pay for your visa fee, and of course you book your appointment. But remember, before you pay your service fee, you need to have actually gotten your I-20 form. An I-20 form is a form of eligibility that shows every detail about your admission, the program you are being admitted to, the admission session, whether it's fall or spring or summer, whether your program start and end date, your earliest arrival date, and the address of your school, your service ID, which is very important because you will need it when you are doing your visa application. So many of those information are going to be on that I-20. And of course, if you have funding, your total cost of attendance, the amount you will be paying from the start of your program to the end, is going to be there, or that covers for 1 year, the first year of a program. All right, it's going to be there. And if you have any form of funding, it's also going to be written in your I-20. And this is a form that you have to take to the embassy during your visa interview. So it's important that you take this and make sure that you actually do everything, do your due diligence, meet up with all the things that will be needed. So like I said, I'm going to be doing a video based on that. Please stay and tune to this very channel. I'm going to be releasing this video, and please subscribe, like, share, and of course I'm going to be coming to you with another interesting video telling you more about the visa application process. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to be able to get more of you. Thank you guys. Stay tuned.